I'm going to walk you through how to use Google Drawing to make a photo collage. So I was just downloading some pictures here from my vacation that I took a couple weeks ago. So let me find, I've already downloaded a couple pictures here. I'm going to find one more to use. I'll use this one of the seagull on the beach. So I'm just going to single click it to select it. Then I'm going to right click and download. And that brings it down here to this tray right here. So it's downloaded, it's ready to use. So now I'm going to simply click New, and I'm going to select Drawings. And then from here you can see that I have a blank canvas. And right now this is, I don't remember exactly what the default size is, but I could go in here to Page Setup under File. Okay, it's standard. But I could go in here and I could customize this, and I could even change the size of it so it was exactly a certain, maybe I wanted 8.5 by 11, or maybe, whatever size I want, I can change it to fit whatever size I want exactly. I can also change it to pixels, so if I know what size pixel I need my picture to be, like how wide or how narrow, I can customize it that way as well. So what I'm going to do is I have these pictures down here in my tray. I'm going to show you a couple different ways to do this. I think this will work. I'm just going to grab my first picture here and I'm going to drag it up here to my canvas. And when I let it go, you can see the picture is really, really big. Whenever you resize a picture, you always need to grab it in the corner so it saves the dimensions of your picture. And then you just put it wherever you want to. The other thing you could do, and I'm going to make this picture a little bit bigger so you can see this. This is one of the reasons why I love Google Drawings, and Google Slides or Google Presentation does the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and click on my crop option here. So I want to get rid of a little bit of the bottom of the picture, and I want to get rid of those people in the background too. So I'm going to get rid of that other seagull there. I'm going to go right up to its beak. Then I'm going to click Enter, and that puts a little bit more of the focus on that particular critter. The other thing that I could do if I wanted is, see how the picture's selected? If I click off of it, this won't work. So the picture has to be selected. So these options appear up here. I'm going to click on Image Options. And maybe for some reason, maybe I'm going to make this a background or something, and I just want it really, really light. And by the way, when you save this picture, it's not going to have the checkerboard on the background. So just know that. Maybe I want to put a color filter on this. So let me see what that blue filter looks like. That's kind of cool. Maybe there might be some situations where you want that. You'll notice on our new website, a lot of the pictures have that blue filter over it for our blue for Gehring. So there might be times when you want that. I don't particularly want it here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring in another picture here. And I'm just going to shrink that one down a little bit and resize it. The other thing that you can do, at least I think you can do it in drawings. I know you can do it in slides. Let me see if I have the ability to do it in here too. You can change, you can change the shape of your picture. So maybe I want this picture to be a circle. And if I hover over the right spot, I'm just going to click circle, and there it changes my picture into a circle, which is kind of cool. And then you can layer your pictures if you want to, maybe for whatever reason send this picture, the square picture, to the front, so you can just change the order of it and bring it forward. And you're like, oops, I didn't mean to do that. You could either just undo what you just did, or click on the one you want to bring to the foreground and put it on there. So this would work if you had another picture. Let's say you had another picture here. That might be the best one to put in the middle. But then you could just play with your pictures here. You can edit them, you can resize, you can crop them, you can flip them. There's different things that you can do. I'm trying to think where the flip option is. I don't see it here, but I think there's a way to flip it on here. If you can't flip it on here, I know there's a way to do it. Oh, yep, here you go. So you can rotate. There's all kinds of different ways, different things you can do with your images here. So I think it gives you a fairly good idea of how you can actually upload pictures here. The other way that you can upload pictures is to go into, you could click this here. So you can click images, and then you've got a lot of different options here. So maybe you have them on your computer, and maybe they're on your desktop or in a folder. You can choose to upload them from here. If they are in your Google Drive, you can upload them from your Google Drive. There's Google Photos. So if I clicked on 2015, there's all kinds of different pictures. Okay, there's all kinds of different options for where you can find pictures and bring pictures in. The other thing that you can do, and this is definitely important if you have any space on the background that you want to fill in. Maybe you want, it's the beach, and let me put in a blue background here. So that kind of looks cool. You can change the color of your background. Now, if you didn't have a background on here and you just saved a picture, there wouldn't be a background with the picture when you save it. But chances are you're probably going to put a background on there and just save this picture. Probably the size that it is usually fine. But you're going to want to save this. You're going to want to download it. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You don't just save it. You're going to want to download it. And you have some download options here under File. You're probably going to either save it as a JPEG or a PNG. So either one usually works. I'm not quite sure why you'd want to pick one over the other. I think the PNG is a little bit smaller file size. So then you just save it. And maybe this is cheating, but I just like to kind of drag this off to the side and drop it. Then let me just show you what this looks like. It'll just be another copy of this picture. But if I went to, whoops, insert, image, let me go back, let me just cancel this. Let me just insert the image. I'm going to upload it from my desktop. Let me see if it's on here. There's probably the one with no date. Yep, there it is. And then once it uploads, I'll have to select it. Oh, no, it just pops it right on top. So there's a picture of the picture, okay? So I think that gives you a pretty good idea about how you can use Google Drawings. The other thing I just want to show you real quick, I know some of you make posters for different things or have your students make posters for different things. I'm going to violate some laws here and just resize that picture so it covers my screen. This is a great tool for making posters. Maybe with quotes on it. I'm not terribly creative, so I just did what came to my mind just now. I'm going to change my font. I'm going to make it pretty big here. So you can imagine what this is like if you have students maybe design a book cover or a motivational poster or something like that. They can put words over their pictures. It's a really neat tool for doing all sorts of things. Your imagination is the only thing that is going to limit you with Google Drawing. I actually made a bingo game this last summer for a conference that I ran, and I made the whole thing in 10 minutes using Google Drawings. It's probably one of the most underutilized tools in the Google Suite, and I didn't really use it a lot until I went to a session on it back in May or June. I don't remember, but I really got some great ideas from it, and hopefully you and your students will enjoy using it as well.